been on dialysis for 8 months, and before I started, my legs were swollen and my joints were somewhat restricted. But from the very first session, the dialysis has worked, taking out fluid, taking out the toxins, and although I lost a lot of weight, I'm gaining it back again, and I'm feeling very well actually. People have been kind enough to say that I'm looking well.
Why are you on dialysis?
My father had kidney failure, so it must be something in the family trait or genes. I haven't gone back and asked further than my father, but certainly he was on dialysis in the years before he died, and unrelated to the dialysis he died, and so it came down in the blood. I mean, they're fantastic at the dialysis unit up itself. You have to go with them. Mustn't rush them, mustn't complain, because they've got 15 patients to do in a session, and then they've got another session in the afternoon, and then they've got what they call the twilight session. So they're doing 45 people a day, 6 days a week. But they do it as an individual care. They don't just treat you as in and out.
Tell me a little bit about David.
Well, I was the Deputy Lord Lieutenant, and I was a JP for 21 years, and I was a solicitor for 40 years, mainly in Bristol, some in London. But as I say, I mean, I've given up full-time work, and I still try and encourage and support within the community. But I no longer take a leading role in terms of being on committees, being a counsellor. I don't do that anymore. Other people have got to pick up the mantle.
How do you feel about the long wait some people have, including your dad?
Well, I mean, they are actually keeping you alive, so it's not a matter of begrudgingly saying, I'll wait. They are keeping you alive, and if they didn't do the process, and if they didn't attempt the transplant, then you would be dead. I think people have got their beliefs, people have got their concerns, and you can't dismiss them, and you can't overrule them, and you can't override them. If you can come up with rational arguments and leave it up to them to make a decision. I mean, for me, the big thing at the moment is the transplant of genetically modified pig's kidneys into people. There's just been a successful trial in America, and I think somebody's recently come out of hospital. Now that's going to raise a lot of ethic issues, religious issues. But if people are open to it, it could cut the waiting list for transplants dramatically. And I do say to people that they should find out about it, and they should make sure that they either have an organ donation card or make it clear to a relative that they want their organs, should it happen, to be transplanted, and should they be suitable.